the Reebok Pump. Pump up and air out. Reporting from New York, here's Diana Nynj.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our halftime report here on USA. Well, this week does mark the halfway point of the World League season, and we thought it might be helpful, even entertaining, to show you a few highlights from this weekend's action. Let you check and see what the development of the league's been so far as we come to the end of Week 5. London was fired up as they hosted Montreal Saturday, leading 17-0. Dana Brinson takes the second-half kickoff, scoots up the far sideline through the halftime fireworks smoke for a 93-yard return. The former Nebraska Cornhusker makes it 24-0 London. The 35,000 fans at Wembley loved it. Late in the third, London's Judd Garrett takes the screen pass and rambles with a wall of blockers 40 yards for another TD. The final at Wembley winds up 45-7. In Frankfurt, the Galaxy needed some last-second dancing to beat the winless Skyhawks. 23 seconds left, Mike Perez finds Cedric Gordon in the end zone. He reaches out for the miracle grab on a tipped pass. Frankfurt takes it 30-28, and the loss sinks in for Skyhawks coach Roman Gabriel. Jack Bicknell took his Barcelona Dragons to Alamo Stadium this weekend. With the hometown Riders behind 14-13, the Garrett brothers connect when QB Jason throws to wide receiver John. He dives for the catch untouched, gets up, and sprints for the 43-yard score. They seal the win for San Antonio, 22-14. The European division remains the strongest in the league. London's now the only undefeated team. On Sunday, Birmingham coach Chan Gailey finally got the fire lit against Orlando. First quarter, Fire receiver Stacy Mobley hits a sliding quarterback Brent Peace with the flea flicker, and he goes in for the score. Birmingham quiets the Thunder 31-6. Looking at the standings in the North American East Division, the story is Orlando. After winning their first two, they've lost 3 in a row. And in the North American West, the San Antonio Riders are hitting their stride at the mid-season point. They've won the last 3. We'll return to Brad Nessler and Boomer Esiason at the Meadowlands right after these messages. You're watching the World League on USA.
I'm Dave Johnson. For my training for the 1992 decathlon, I switched to the pump from Reebok. When I'm pumped up, my feet have support, protection, and a custom fit for leaping, vaulting, spinning, jumping, sprinting, hurling, racing, running, throwing, and shot putting. Now I'm the guy who knows cross-training. Pump up and air out.
Switch to the greatest sports performance shoe in the world, the Reebok Pump. Pump up and air out.
With every step, your child gets closer and closer to the problem of drug and alcohol abuse. Don't let it happen. Find out about drug abuse resistance education, or DARE America. It's an in-school program where community police officers teach kids how to say no to drugs the first time and every time. Support DARE America before your child gets too close to the edge. KFC is proud to be a national sponsor of DARE America.
The New York, New Jersey Knights with a 4-point halftime lead, 21-17. Back of the Meadowlands with a special halftime guest, the Commissioner of the National Football League, Paul Tagliabue. And Mr. Commissioner, first of all, we got a great ball game here, but I want to talk about your visions of this league. We're at the midway point now. This is the 5th game for these two clubs. It's gone pretty well so far.
I think it has gone very well. We're excited about the way it's going in Europe as well as here in the United States, the way the teams are developing on the field and the crowds are developing in the stands.
What does the NFL look to the future of this league? I don't want to mean, I guess, you're talking about expansion here. We're only halfway through the first season, but let's look somewhere down the line. What do you see for the World League?
Well, I think we can see expansion, and not only in Europe but in the United States. The idea was to start small and to build on a good, solid foundation, and I think that's what the World League is doing. You
touched on Barcelona and London. The crowds have been tremendous, and so is the football. The European teams are playing great.
Well, they're playing great, and we're seeing 2 great teams here tonight playing an interesting game. And I think we're going to see more of that as the teams have more time to play together. We're
going to bring in Boomer Esiason, who's been licking his chops over here, Paul.
You know, Commissioner, I got to tell you, this is a very unique opportunity for me. I've been waiting to get you on national television, start asking you all these questions, but I actually have lost my train of thought. But I was going to ask you really mainly about the innovations that we have here now in the World League. Do you think I could ever wear the helmet, Cam?
I don't know. It depends on how well you play. and whether it's part of the Bengals no-huddle offense. I don't know. I think we've done a good job in the National Football League with innovation. Cincinnati has done it where you play, and Buffalo, of course, with their no-huddle offense, took them to the Super Bowl last year. So I think for the most part, our innovations will come from our coaches and players, but we won't close our eyes to good ideas that come from here or anywhere else.
No, I was one who really thought that the Icky Shuffle was a pretty good idea, but now you guys shut the door on that. What's the deal with that?
Well, a lot of the coaches, I think, felt that it tends to distract from what's going on between the two goalposts and the sidelines, and you have to have one rule that applies to everybody without exceptions. I think that was the basic thinking. We'll still have a lot of fun in NFL games.
Okay.
Paul, do you have any thoughts on losing a marquee player like a Rocket Ismail to the CFL? I mean, it doesn't help the NFL at all.
Well, I don't think it'll hurt either, frankly. Over the years, you've had players going up there occasionally, including some outstanding players, and it takes 40, 50 players to have a good team in the NFL and 1,600 players to have a good league. So one player will not have an impact on us, I don't think. And I really think that he's got an opportunity financially there, and I hope he makes the best of it.
We're going to let you enjoy the second half. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Paul Tagliabue, NFL Commissioner, along here at halftime of the Meadowlands, where the Knights in the black jerseys with a 4-point lead over the Sacramento Surge. We'll be back in a moment.
The World League on USA is brought to you by General Motors. GM is putting quality on the road. By the U.S. Army. Learn how to get an edge on life. Be all you can be. And by Coors Light, the one that won't slow you down. The Silver Bullet is the right beer now.
Back of the Meadowlands in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Brings out the Knights fans, also brings out the luminaries we've had tonight. We've seen a lot of NFL stars here. Of course, the commissioner, who was kind enough to join us at halftime with his thoughts about this league. And Boomer, we had a great first half, 21-17, a lot of offense. We didn't know if Sacramento could get it together offensively. They certainly did, but the Knights have had the answers, haven't they?
They sure have, and I think Mike Elkins has played better than he's played all year long, from what we understand. He's 6 for 12. He's 91 yards and 2 TDs. He's shown a lot of poise in the pocket. And on the other side of the ball, Jeff Graham. He's also been playing well. And you can see by the first down numbers that both offenses have produced. The rushing yards are about even. Passing yards are about even as well. The time of possession, I mean, the score really reflects the statistics, and I think that both teams offensively have to be reasonably happy. Defensively, however, for the Surge, they got to come up with some way to shut down the Knight run and shoot.
You know, we've really only had a couple of botched plays. Both of them came in punt formation. First, it was Sacramento, and the New Jersey Knights turned that into a draw play for a touchdown by Jeff Graham, and then turning around in the second quarter, same thing happened to the Knights, and that ended up being a field goal for the Surge. Those are really only the two mistakes we saw in the first couple of quarters.
There's no question, as this season has progressed, that all of these teams have gotten better. Remember that they've only had 4 to 5 weeks training camp time. They didn't know anything about anybody on their teams, and I'll tell you, we've already seen the increase in play and the intensity as these kids get to know each other a little bit more, know their systems, know their coaches. And I think with the exception of those mistakes tonight, we've had a pretty well-played game.
Kendall Trainer's got it teed up and back deep for the Knights. Anthony Hardy and Tony Jones. This one will go to Hardy, a yard in. Up the right side, and did he take a shot at the 15-yard line? Tony Burse, the backup running back, leveled him right there. Jeff Graham, who started slowly in the ball game. Let's take another look.
This is why they call this the suicide squad right here. This is giving up your body for the good of the team on both sides of the ball.
And coming up is a kapow shot right there at the 15-yard line.
That's the way special teams are meant to be played.
Graham, first play, got it out. Tony Jeffrey, 15 yards and a first down.
That's one of the toughest throws as a quarterback that you make. You have a defender between you and the receiver. The defender actually floating away from the receiver, actually floating away from the defender. Graham shows nice touch. You can see it through the helmet cam right here. Watch how he has to loop it over Nigerian's head. Does a nice job. That's one of the most difficult throws that we have as a quarterback.
That's a great look we just got at a 15-yard pickup and a first down. At Tony Jeffrey on the ground this time and nowhere to hide. Goes down, actually lost about a half yard as Art Malone, the left corner, made a nice stop. Tony Jeffrey in there because Eric Wilkerson was shaken up in the final half minute of the first half. And Jeffrey, a former TCU star, in there, will have to carry the load now for the Knights.
And I'll tell you, Jeffrey saw a huge collision between number 76 Jim Warren, offensive guard, and Sean Knight. Jim Warren stands at 6'6", 315 pounds, and he just laid Sean Knight out.
You saw Eric Wilkerson warming up. He appears to be maybe ready to come back in. Second down, 11. Graham zips it out. Nice catch out in front by Lonnie Turner. Lonnie Turner showed some nice hands. 14-yard pickup and slid right under the surge bench at the end of that play. He's all right.
I'll tell you, I like these receivers for the Knights. They're making some circus catches tonight. Really concentrating on the ball. Good throw by Graham. Watch how Turner watches that ball in, drags his feet. These guys got an opportunity to play further than the Knights. I can tell you that. These guys really are showing some athletic ability out there.
Turner was with 4 different teams in the USFL and then spent some time with the Lions in the NFL, so Mouse Davis knows him very well. Graham lofts one out, overshot Jeffrey. It'll be 2nd and 10.
He tried to aim that ball as opposed to just throwing it out there.
Jeff Graham had started slowly, then hit 6 straight passes. That's his first incompletion in a while. Right now, 10 out of 16, 155 yards. And he has rushed for 2 touchdowns for that man, Mouse Davis. We mentioned the stint in Detroit. They had changed their offense a little bit under Wayne Fonts. Mouse had the opportunity to coach the Knights and took it and is happy about it. He says, hey, as long as I'm having fun and we're winning games, I'm having a blast. 2nd down. Graham moves nicely in the pocket. Skipped one out, incomplete, intended for Cornell Burbage.
You know, I asked Mouse last night, I said, Mouse, how do you actually defend the run and shoot? You're the architect of this offense. How do you defend it? Figuring that maybe I'd get some tips that I could give our defensive coordinator, Dick LeBeau.
91 switch, H flag.
And really what he said, he says, well, you really can't defend it unless you have 4 outstanding defensive linemen that are going to put pressure on the quarterback. Rushing 4, dropping 7 off in the secondary.
3rd and 10. Knights 4 out of 6 on their 3rd down conversions. They're going to have to earn this one. Graham steps up, lofts one long. Gilbreth out there, adjusts and catches it at the 25-yard line. Had it not been underthrown, he may not have been able to pick up the 31 yards he got there.
Gilbreth did a nice job adjusting on the ball. 25, Mike Wallace needs to have his head on a swivel. He has to be able to see that football. You see Gilbreth make a nice adjustment on this. And you'll see Wallace never turns and looks for the ball. As a defensive back, you've got to turn and look for that ball. You've got to feel the ball. Your defenders also should be yelling pass, pass, pass when that ball's in the air.
The run and shoot started at its own 15. Now Jeffrey on the run part of the run and shoot, and he bursts inside the 15. 12-yard pickup for Tony Jeffrey. Robert McWright made the tackle.
Sacramento's defense is totally out of sync right now. I think the Knights kind of feel that, so they're going to keep going, run, mix up the run with the pass, doing a real nice job with that.
Come on, Big Jim. Go!
First down for Jeff Graham and the Knights. Gilbreth in motion. They give it back to Tony Jeffrey off the left side. He's inside the 10, down near the 7-yard line. Another tough run. Nigerian in on the tackle.
Nice block by Mike Hussar that time. He's pulling left guard.
Rip 60, Zigo.
There we go. Let's put it in. Rip 60, Zigo on 2. Ready?
Rip 60, Zigo. You'll see your wide receiver on the top, your left, go in motion to your right all the way. Probably be a little flat pattern down here.
On 2nd and 3, Gilbreth, the motion man. Graham throws it out. There it is, and not quite a touchdown. I think we have a face mask at the end of the play on Kip Lewis. That'll move it even closer than the 2-yard line, which is where Lewis went out of bounds.
It's a good safe play down here. This is gimme yardage for the run and shoot. I mean, they're used to getting chunks of yards. Now they're just going for 2 to 3 yards.
Personal foul.
Face mask call against the surge defense. You'll see it at the end of this play.
First down.
Kip Lewis, and with the hand in there is Mike Wallace. At the 1-yard line, following the penalty.
Let's see if they run that quarterback draw again.
It's worked twice tonight for touchdowns. This time, Tony Jeffrey will do it. Touchdown, Knights. So the run and shoot did both for 85 yards.
Good job of play calling that time by Mouse Davis. And Jeff Graham really ran the offense exactly how it's supposed to be executed. Hit a couple big 3rd down plays. Lonnie Gilbreth made a nice adjustment on an underthrown ball. It's just guys making plays. That's what it comes down to.
Larry Belli to try to give the Knights their 28th point. Right down the middle it goes. And now the pressure will be on the Sacramento offense to have an answer for a good-looking Knights drive capped by Tony Jeffrey. And with 10:17 to go 3rd quarter, it's now an 11-point lead for the Knights. So the Knights take their opening possession of the 3rd quarter and march 85 yards in 9 plays, just under 5 minutes to put it in the end zone. They lead by 11, and Belli to kick away. Paco Craig on the fly at the 6-yard line. Craig reverses his field, has a little room, and got out across the 25, and that's where Sacramento will go to work on offense. And we got another special guest up in the booth with us, general manager of the world champion Giants, George Young. George, good to see you.
Happy to be here.
You don't have to work tonight. Here you are at home.
What do you mean work tonight? I just left the office. We're trying to figure out how to get some free agents.
What do you think of the guys you see out here in the World League?
Well, we've been scouting them. I've seen every game here, and our pro personnel guy's been here, and he's been on the road. So, you know, if we can get a player, we'll get a player.
Let's talk about your draft. It's been a busy couple of days, actually months leading up to the draft. You start off, you got the big fullback from Michigan.
Yeah, and we sweat it out too. You never know. And we need a big young fullback, and I don't know. You know, we control the ball pretty well, and we he can catch the ball, and we lost our second fullback, Lee Wusan, so that's he can take that spot until he's able to claim the job. But Carthon will fight him to the death for the job, I'm certain.
You also took a couple linebackers, and we play you this year. What are you thinking about getting all those linebackers?
Well, you're talking about Banks. Banks hit me already. He's in the other booth here. He said you took 3 linebackers. They know how to count real fast.
Been kind of a quiet.
2 of them were outside too.
I know, and they're going to be coming after me in December. You know, we play you out in Cincinnati.
We never blitz. I know where we're going.
No, you never blitz. We were looking forward to that matchup too. I'm going to tell you.
I remember the last time we played you, it was about 55-47.
That's exactly
you
right.
Won.
It was fun. We enjoyed it. But you won the Super Bowl since then, and we haven't.
Oh, you'll get your chance.
The Surge with another chance on a kick return. And this time they're going to do better out to the 36-yard line. That's where they'll work on offense. George, has it been a much quieter offseason for you as a world champion this time than last time?
No, I don't think so. What our routine is really the same. But when you finish so late in the season, which we're happy about, but it never stops, and we've been kind of on a merry-go-round since.
What's the latest on your coach? We hear rumors about maybe he's going to move into a different line of work, huh?
Players play and coaches coach, and general managers do the best they can.
And broadcasters broadcast, huh?
That's usually what happens. If they're paying you, that's what you're doing. Yeah.
Victor Floyd on first down. Flags down. Goes out to the 43-yard line. George, good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
All right, thanks a lot. Enjoy the game.
Have some
George,
fun.
well, we'll see you in December.
With the blitz on Boomer Esiason, no doubt.
86 offense.
General manager of the world champion, New York Giants, stops by to say hi. We appreciate it.
You know, I know he's walking right next door right now to Carl Banks saying, I want you to kill that guy. I want you to kill him when we see him next week.
Carl Banks is one of the analysts on the radio for the Knights.
You know, I'll tell you what, the best thing about this league is giving a lot of us NFL players an opportunity to get some work.
There you go. It's probably not helping your golf game, though, Boomer, huh?
No, doesn't matter. There's Carl.
There's Carl.
Look at him. Look at him, man. Does that look like a linebacker that wants to kill quarterbacks or what?
He looks pretty comfortable right there.
Hey, I think so.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 20 for the Surge. They've got to get something going on offense. Play fake by Elkins. Has time, throws incomplete, intended receiver Leon Perry, who kind of got cut off by the linebacker. And brings up 2nd down and 20.
He can't hear Stevenson, Coach Stevenson, in his helmet. His receiver must be dead.
We're talking about his receiver in his helmet, not his wide receivers. 2nd down and 20. We got 9:05 to go, 3rd quarter. Brad Nessler, Boomer Esiason, Michael Barkant, and a cast of thousands, as it is always the case when you come to the Meadowlands for a football game. Everybody seems to show up. Elkins pressured. Trying to get rid of it. Finally does. Did a good job to toss it away, avoiding the sack. The pressure coming from Tony Woods, the defensive end.
Now, I kind of feel like I'm at a Lakers game. You know, you watch the Lakers on TV, and there's Jack Nicholson and Diane Carroll. Everybody's there, and I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Woods with some good pressure. Elkins now has cooled off to 6 out of 14 for 91 yards. He has 2 touchdowns, but he's missed 5 of his last 6. And he's going to have to earn this one from the shotgun on 3rd and 20.
Defense just in the zone.
Pressure. Elkins got rid of it to his safety valve, and his fullback makes the catch, spins out, got to the 35, but he's about 11 yards short of the 1st down.
Smart defense by the Knights. You just want to drop off into a zone, let the receiver catch it in 5-yard, 10-yard area, and just gang tackle and make the tackle. There's no reason to blitz. There's no reason to play man coverage and give the opportunity for a big play. Mike actually just comes back to his 3rd receiver, just drops the ball off, trying to add yards to the punt.
And the punt goes down, and great coverage on the punt. Taken by the Knights and dropped immediately by Ricardo Cartwright was Andre Alexander. 28-17. Knights in front. We'll be back. Knights working from their own 27-yard line following the punt. They lead by 11. Wilkerson back in there in the Knights backfield. Graham going deep. Cornell Burbage can't quite hang on. Put that in a good spot, didn't he, Boomer?
He did. He put it in the only spot that Cornell could get his hands on it, but it was good coverage by Robert McWright that time. He's running step for step with Burbage. He's right on his tail right there. He looks for the ball. Jeff Graham didn't have much room to put the ball in there.
Jeff's got 192 yards in the air tonight. He's got a couple of 300-yard games, actually a 300 and a 400-plus yard game. This one incomplete. Right at the 30-yard line was Kip Lewis, and he had lost his footing a little bit, making his break on his pattern. Couldn't hold on. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Let's take a look at the helmet cam right here. Get rid of that ball right now.
Just skips off Kip Lewis' fingertips and brings up 3rd and 10. Go. Lewis in motion. Graham pressured. Throws to Gilbreth. And Gilbreth with a 1st down and then some. Ball comes loose at the end of the play, but he got it out to the 46-yard line. Picked up 19 yards and a 1st down for the Knights.
Graham did a nice job that time negotiating the pocket. Took a vicious hit as he released the ball.
On 3, Rick, 60, 32, on 3, Rick.
Watch him move around here. Does a good job. Good pocket awareness. Keeps the ball alive. And gets clobbered from behind.
Knights 1st down at the 46-yard line. Here comes a blitz, a give inside of Wilkerson, broke a tackle, cuts across midfield, 1st down to the 39-yard line of